Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show. And I gotta say, I've been getting recommended some odd videos lately from the YouTube algorithm, and this video came up and I knew I had to watch it and react to it because just listen to this title. Don't hate me for spoiling my kids with expensive gifts. Wait for it, Bling Life. And you know it's gonna be a good episode because they had to turn off the like to dislike ratio, which means it's gonna get interesting. So how about this? We're still gonna hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's begin.
I love this house because it just was so expensive.
What? Why is that your criteria for liking something? Listen, if you want an expensive house, go to the neighbor down the street who thinks their property is worth twice the market value of anything else. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's good. So just by his logic, listen, if he wants to buy this house for $30 million, be my guest. That's expensive, and maybe you'll like it.
It isn't just buying a car and living in a nice house. It's the hundreds of thousands in private jets, in a villa in Ibiza.
Why is that something you want to be proud of, though? I feel like, now there is a time and a place for splurging, for luxury items, you know, having a good time, enjoying it. But that shouldn't be the criteria of just like how much cash can you spend. It feels like at that point, then you're doing it for other people. Then you're showing other people, like, look at me. I could buy a private jet. I don't just have a Lamborghini and a huge house. I spend money all the time. He's basically the equivalent of Jerome Powell. If Jerome Powell was like just spending the money and instead of printing it, this would be this guy.
The most expensive single thing within our family is saffron.
What? He just points to a lady? Should he call a person expensive? I mean, a person can be expensive, but it sounds like he purchased said person. Like, oh, this is my most expensive item. It's like some person walks out. I don't know how I feel about that.
She has had 2 cars written off in the last month. I bought this car, and the minute she saw it, she hated it, literally. I don't know what more we can do to make the girl happy.
Oh man, I'd be just like, out, get out of the house. Not even. Like, you're cut off financially, go and get a job, and never come back. At that point, like, she's never obviously had to work for anything in her entire life. So she needs some real-world experience. Go make her work minimum wage for like a year, and then she could come back and be so appreciative of a G-Wagon.
Woo, what do you think?
She's like, I hate it.
I hate it, Dad. I told you I wanted white. I didn't want the gray one. I told you I wanted the AMG package, and this is not the AMG package.
That's what I imagine her doing.
Hi, I'm Barry Drew Barlow, and welcome to our multi-million-dollar Florida home. On this particular...
It looks nice, I gotta say. Listen, for Florida, I did not realize this was in the US. So right off the bat, that's some prime real estate.
We've got just over 10 acres.
Wow, look at, that's massive. I gotta say, I love the land like this. Now, mowing the lawn would be terrible, but look at this. The house has a house. So you literally have a house for the house. Look at all that parking. Gosh, it is nice.
For all the dogs that we breed, because we actually breed standard poodles here as well. This is just our bubble. I love our bubble. I just feel so safe here.
That's bad when some rich guy calls his house a bubble. Because that means, who is he keeping out? He's keeping out everyone else who doesn't have the finances to be within his bubble. I'm not sure that's quite good.
We have a really big family. Myself and my husband, Tony, both live here, and so do our 5 children. Twins Aspen and Saffron, we have a middle child Orlando, and then we have another set of twins Jasper and Dallas.
Wow, that's a rich person's haircut. Look at that. You know, when they comb it back like that, that's money.
And then my boyfriend lives here, and my husband's boyfriend lives here, and so does Valentina, who is my boyfriend and mine's child.
Okay, so it's like if the Brady Bunch kind of took a different turn, would be this, okay? Nothing wrong with this as long as they're happy. It's a lot of people.
And then we have all the house stuff. Apart from the fact that we've got an alligator in one of the ponds that we actually saw a few days ago. That's the only scary thing, is the actual insects and things that actually live here. The Shelby truck over here is actually Scott's, along with this Shelby car here.
Oh, that's nice. Imagine if he said, the only scary thing here is the poverty around the area. That's why we have a little bubble right here. It's a terrible accent, but anyway, I'm not gonna do that again, don't worry.
Which I think was about 100,000. And then Saffron, I ended up getting her this one, but she...
Oh yeah, of course it's the AMC. I didn't see this car before. Remember how I was joking? I'm like, oh, you got the gray one. You got the gray one.
I didn't want the gray one.
Sure enough, it's gray and it's the AMG.
Hates it. She thinks it's a little old lady's car.
It seems like he's proud of it. Like he's proud of his daughter thinking the AMG Mercedes is a granny car. Like he's proud to have raised her to be like that. I don't know why, but he is.
My life as a child compared to now is completely different. I remember my mum going into one of the local paper shops when they brought these like little roller skates in that you had to join to your shoes, you know, and they were £5, but my mum was paying £1 a week off it for like 5 weeks to pay for these skates for me, you know what I mean? So our life is a little bit different now.
It seems like he's compensating for that though. It seems like he was raised in that environment and is trying so hard to get away from that by spending all of this money and raising his kids so that now his daughter just hates Mercedes AMGs because they're not nice, they're granny cars. So I don't know if one is worse than the other or better than, I don't know. But I personally think valuing $1 is never a bad thing.
I would say the most expensive single thing within our family is Saffron. Oh, they're nice flip-flop thingamajigs. She cost a fortune to have because in 1999 nobody wanted gays to have children. So we had to find a crazy doctor in California. I've never seen so much crap in my life. That cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, that's her bed? It's just... Why? Why do you need to add? It's like she's a walking billboard for Versace. That's really what she's doing. She's giving them the free promotion. They're not even paying her. She's paying them to literally advertise their product. That is what I never understood about designers. And that's why I never wear things with labels. I really try not to.
She flies straight into Las Vegas with all her girlfriends. The only time I ever know where she is when I get the Amex alerts through to my telephone going, 1,500 has just been spent in STK and 3,500 has just been spent in Nobu.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Is she... Hold on, I'm hoping she's paying for all of her friends and then her friends give her cash on the side so she can make it back. I'm hoping.
When you talk about my bling life, it isn't just buying a car and living in a nice house. It's the hundreds of thousands in private jets, a whole suite of rooms in the Bellagio in Las Vegas for her and her friends, and she picks the bill up wherever she goes.
Wow, so he's paying for not only her, but all of her friends. Gosh, doesn't she hang with other friends who could do, like, just treat her for once or not?
I've never understood what the big deal is with the newspapers always complaining about us spoiling our kids. How's your lobster, Saf?
Nice.
It's my money, and if I want to spend it on my kid, I will.
Yeah, but you want to raise good human beings too. You don't want to raise, like, what happens when you're gone and she's on her own? Do you really want her to be walking around being like, that AMG's bad, that M5, that's a granny car, that Porsche Carrera 911 GTS, that's too slow. And meanwhile, she's like crashing Bugattis left and right. I don't know. It's like you want, anyway, not my place. But well, I guess on the internet, I could say whatever I want. Huh?
Saffron has this tendency of wanting the best of everything, and so because of that, you know, she's had lots of different cars over the last couple of years. She has had 2 cars written off in the last month. I said, these are dangerous cars, they're really super fast cars.
Oh gosh, that's just reckless though. She's just not even caring, and honestly, I hate to say it, but like, that sort of reckless driving just, to me, signals that you think that you're above the law. That your car is so special, that you were so cool, that you could do whatever you want and nothing else happened. And evidently, she's not learned her lesson over this, and hopefully she just hasn't hurt anybody.
So Heather is my personal assistant. She's been sorting out a surprise for Saffron for this afternoon. So between her and Aspen, they've organised for something to arrive this afternoon. What time is the surprise coming?
Oh, around 2, I think.
For your next car, you would like a G-Wagon. see what Father Christmas brings you then, won't we?
Oh my gosh, a G-Wagon for Christmas. Jeez. How is that going to fit down the chimney? Santa Claus is working overtime to get that done.
Let's actually see if she cracks a smile for this one.
I don't know, I think she will. Maybe today. Maybe.
I reckon.
Maybe a little one.
Well, if she doesn't, I just give up. Literally. I don't know what more we can do to make the girl happy.
What does he do for a living? That's what I'm curious about. Like, how is this respected in whatever business he's in? How do they look at this and not just be like, oh, I don't want to do business with this guy? It's all my hard-earned money is going to his daughter to crash a G-Wagon.
Take your mask off. Woo, what do you think? You need to wet your mouth, babe. You've got dribbles.
This is just, it makes me sad, honestly. That, like, he doesn't even know if this is going to make her happy. And I know he's exaggerating, but seriously, the fact that, like, this is what she needs now, to me, it's no different than an addict of really anything, whether it's coffee or whether it's gambling or whether it's social media or video, whatever it is. Her brain is wired to require these gifts in order to feel some level of a feeling, and her threshold is so high to get that. It's sad.
Here, go around and have a look. Ooh, I love it.
Dad, I wanted the red interior. Why'd you get the black one? It's because you're cheap, Daddy. It's because you're so cheap. All you care about is yourself.
And she just slams the door, crashes the car.
I've always wanted a G-Wagon, to be honest.
Oh, such eloquent words. It's the first time she's spoken in this entire episode. Her only words are, yeah, I've always wanted the G-Wagon.
Why don't you go for a spin in it?
Why is the hood up on this? Not that she knows how to even look at the oil or anything like that. That's a useless shot.
I never really thought it would be as extravagant as it is, but I'm so thankful that we are. I thank Jesus every day. Thank you, Jesus! If I want to spoil my kids with the money that I've worked really hard to get, then by Christ, I am going to spoil them.
Yes, he's allowed to spoil them, but he's also allowed to get criticism from people who don't like his offspring. And I can't say anything about his other children because they've remained quiet. But her, if she's truly unhappy with a lot of this, it seems reckless to me, that's all.
I don't give a flying what anybody thinks about me or my family.
So anyway, guys, overall, I want to see more videos on this family. It seems like the dysfunctional Brady Bunch family of 2021 that we all need to see more of this. If this were to merge with Beverly Hills 90210, gosh, we'd have a hit TV show on our hands here. And you know what? I'm still, regardless of all of this, making sure my like button is smashed because it helps out the almighty algorithm. And if you wouldn't mind doing that here on this video, helps us out a lot. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, also make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Feel free to add me on Instagram and on the podcast, The Iced Coffee Hour. New episodes being posted every single Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.